The point of order is that the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Yes, Mr Speaker, it does relate to the point of order that I made previously, and notwithstanding the fact that I'd worked it out about a minute later, I thought it was probably appropriate and polite to let the member who was speaking finish. But, sir, I submit to you that Standing Order 109 is absolutely clear, and if that's not clear enough, then pages 185 and 186 of McGee make it very clear that unless you are of the judgment that a matter is not going to be got to, then it cannot be anticipated in earlier debate. And even my submission to you, sir, is, and I know that I've been told off previously by previous speakers for anticipating debate during a general debate, and while we know that a general debate is wide-ranging, the fact that it is wide-ranging cannot overrule the standing orders, which make it clear, 1091, a member may not anticipate discussion of any general business, or in this case, order of the day. Now, this is order of the day for government business number 1, and unless you know something that I don't know, sir, I'm anticipating we're going to get to that within the next hour.
I don't think I need further assistance on the matter. I thank the Honourable Member, and I accept the points the Honourable Trevor Mallard is making, that specific debate around a matter on the order paper that comes before the House later on should not be, Standing Order 109 indeed precludes that. But if what I would ask the member to do is reflect back on what Sararov Level actually said. He said that matters were raised in the debate yesterday, and he wished to comment on the issues that were talked about yesterday during debate in this House. That can't be anticipating debate for today, because he was specifically referring to issues raised yesterday. Had he specifically said, I want to talk about, if I recollect correctly, the committee probably got up to was on part 1 of the bill previously. Had he specifically said, I want to address issues in part whatever is still to come up in front of the committee of the whole, then I think the member's point of order would have been valid. And so there's nothing wrong with his point of order at all. It's just that it's my assessment the member was talking about issues that had been raised in debate yesterday, and that can't be anticipating debate, especially when the House, with this particular legislation, the House is focused on part-by-part debate in the committee of the whole, and the member did not say, I want to talk about parts that are still to come up in the debate.
Sorry.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
And again, this is one of these without rancour, and let's get the rules established type points of order. So my question then is, there are still to come in the debate, obviously, everything other than part 1 of substance, and we also have, from my understanding, a title and a commencement clause. And I was listening to the member and translated and relying on the translation, but I could not identify anything that he referred to that could not have been part, even though he did, I accept he was responding initially to the comments that Hone Harawira made yesterday, but the points of substance that he was making actually referred to details in the bill. And to focus of the bill, to which we haven't yet got. And I just sort of ask you, Mr Speaker, whether, I think it is effectively a rule change.
I realise the member wants to clarify this standing order in this area, but I'd invite him to reflect on the whole development of the general debate, of the origins of this standing order, and he'll recollect, having been a long-standing member, the general debate is a relatively recent innovation. And I think around the general debate there is a lot of laxity, if you like, in terms of what members can address. But I think the member specifically, when he got to his feet, said he wanted to cover issues, address issues that had been raised in the debate yesterday. And as Speaker, I can't determine which part of the legislation is referring to. Some of those issues may, if they were covered yesterday, one presumes they're related to the preamble and to Part 1 of that relevant legislation. And certainly there's nothing in Standing Order 109 that prevents a member from, during this general debate, from going over material that was covered yesterday. And all I'd ask members is to be just mindful of the points that the Honourable Trevor Mallard has made, that our standing orders do, as a matter of principle, preclude anticipating debate, and therefore were the member to have been focused particularly on issues still to come up in the Committee of the Whole, then I would have had a serious concern about the matter. So I accept the member's point of order is well made and well founded, but I think under these particular circumstances it would have been unreasonable for me to have ruled Todoro Flavel's speech out of order when he was specifically referring, in his opinion, to issues that had been covered yesterday, and therefore wasn't anticipating, although I accept what the member's saying, that some of these issues may yet again come before the House during the third reading and the title and debates, etc. But I think it would be unreasonable for me to be too pedantic in that area. I think the general principle is important, but I think the member was reasonable in referring to issues covered yesterday.
Just one further.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Chairman, I think you referred to the general debate as a relatively recent innovation. I think I can remember it being there since 1986. We might in the time of the Parliament be something which is relatively recent, but I think in our experience it's probably not really.
I'm just being told it was 1984. Forgive me if I obviously would rather think it was. I would rather think it. I accept the honourable member's correction there, and I stand corrected. Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to begin by extending my thoughts and best wishes to the people of Japan.